What's the worst announcement your school ever made? Our principal called an emergency meeting. Said dozens of seniors had their college dreams destroyed by fake recommendation letters. At first, I felt bad for those kids. Then she dropped the bomb that changed everything. Mrs. Washington, our guidance counselor, the woman who helped me through my parents' divorce, who stayed late to review my essays, who I trusted completely, had been systematically sabotaging students who looked like me. White. Privileged. Everything she apparently hated. The FBI found her computer. Fake letters describing us as cheaters, racists, entitled brats. She'd been sending them for months, targeting anyone who reminded her of her daughter Keisha, who died tragically last year. I remember Keisha. Quiet girl, always smiling. Found dead in her bedroom one Tuesday morning. The whole school mourned. We had grief counselors for weeks. But here's where my stomach dropped through the floor. The principal kept talking. Said Keisha had been secretly dating someone from our school. Said she took her own life after a family's cruel rejection of their relationship due to racial prejudice. My brother Marcus went white as a sheet beside me. That's when I knew. After the assembly, he finally broke. Told me everything through tears. How he'd loved Keisha for 2 years. How they'd sneak around because he knew our parents would lose their minds over him dating a black girl. How he'd planned to introduce her after graduation when they couldn't control his life anymore. But Keisha couldn't wait. She wanted to meet his family, attend his graduation, be a real couple instead of hiding in shadows. When she showed up at our house that day, my parents didn't even let her inside. Dad literally told her to know her place and never contact Marcus again. Mom called her that kind of girl. Marcus was at work, came home to find Keisha crying in her car outside our house. She begged him to choose her over his family, and my coward brother chose us. 3 days later, she was dead. He never told us why. Let us think it was just teen depression while he carried the weight alone. Meanwhile, Mrs. Washington watched her only child get buried and knew exactly who was responsible. So she got her revenge. Not just on Marcus, on all of us. Every white kid with college dreams became a target. Our achievements, our futures, our hopes. All collateral damage in her war against the family that destroyed her daughter. 43 students got rejection letters they didn't deserve. 4 lost full scholarships. 2 were hospitalized for mental health crises when their dreams crumbled. My parents finally know what their hatred cost. Not just Keisha's life, but dozens of futures destroyed by a mother's grief and rage. Marcus hasn't spoken since the assembly. Just sits in his room staring at old photos of them together. And me? I'm left wondering how many other Keishas are out there, dying quietly because families like mine teach our children that love has a color requirement. Mrs. Washington is facing federal charges. But honestly, part of me thinks she's the only one who got justice for Keisha. The rest of us are just learning to live with what we've done.